Hello, crafting friends. I grabbed this frame at the Dollar Tree a while back and I just pulled it out of the stash. And of course, I pulled out a lot of napkins to go with my project. So I decided to first create myself a scrapbook paper because, why not? So creating that is super easy. You just gotta get yourself a paper. I always love to use the book pages. And of course, remove the plies from your napkins and simply Mod Podge it right to it. And it's, as you can see, it goes pretty easy. You can literally use the whole napkin. You can use the pieces. I just need few for this project. So, okay, let's go back to a frame. So I'm just going to remove that little picture that was inside and use that heart out of as my template. So I'm going to bring a little bit of the cardboard, outline it, cut it out, and then of course replace that right at the opening inside that frame. You be thinking that I will do the perfect cutout, but you know what? It doesn't show. It goes right into the little opening. So now, because I was creating the scrapbook paper, I do have a lot of napkin plies. So I love to use napkin plies to create the for rice paper or simply create a nice texture to any project that I'm working on. So of course, as with everything, I use the Mod Podge, wrinkled my napkin plies right on the top of my frame, and of course, removed the flyaways, dried it a little bit more, and then decided to just simply add a little bit of the color to it. I am just going to dry brush it, or maybe a little bit more than dry brush it, all over my napkin to actually cover the wooden frame of it. And then as you see, all of a sudden, I do have a lot of visible texture. So I do wanted to accent this a little bit with my wax. And because my brush already had some brown wax on it, I decided to just dip it into my white and go for it. But you know what? I think I need a little bit more. So I took my other brush that I have that is full of the dark wax and I just went to town with it. And of course, as I brushed it, I removed the excess with the paper towel. And then I just need to work a little bit on the edges. So I used a little distresser right there. And I think my frame, as of right now, is outlined beautifully. Okay, so now I'm going to put the frame on the side and I'm going to work with that little heart that I pulled out of my frame and outline it right on my book pages to bring a little bit more details. So I do like to use those fancy scissors. I do not know what the name of it, pinky shears, so I do not know. Help me out in the comments. So I just created an interesting border, grabbed my of course, coffee filters because I just love to use all different kind of paper. And then decided to simply create the pleats. So I'm just going to use the hot glue and pleat it out all what I can on the outside of my cutout heart. And as you can see, it goes pretty easy. And I would say is you could actually use the thread and all that, but you know what? It is more fun to just keep on pleating as you go. And of course, I use the whole entire coffee filter to create the little details over my heart. And let's see how all this looks. Looks pretty good. I just have to even out a little bit with the scissors, but let's see how that looks right in my heart. Looks absolutely awesome. Okay, so I think we're done for now with the frame, and I'm going to simply go ahead and work with the other paper that I decoupaged my napkins on. So I started with outlining, heart that I pulled out from the frame of all different sorts. But then I decided that I do wanted to create the layers. So I simply folded the heart that I outlined it on my napkin plies and then used my pinky shears and cut it smaller. So that means is I was cutting on the left side of my outline. So my goal here was to do that to all the paper that I decoupaged on and cut a smaller heart until I get to the heart that I can't cut no more. So look what I'm doing. Folding my decoupaged paper in half, outlining the smallest in my lineup heart that I have, and then of course now grabbing my scissors. I mean, you don't have to use the pinky shears, and I'm cutting it on the left side. So that means is I'm cutting it smaller. And you know, the pinky shears take so much, out of the volume. So here we go. I got the whole nice, I don't know how many hearts I've got, but I've cut them out of book pages. I've cut them out of the my scrapbook paper that I've created. Oh, I love it how this looks. Okay, so now I think I need one more. So I'm just going to do the same. I'm going to grab the last smallest heart that I have in my little pack, and I'm going to outline it as I did before. And then, of course, cut this on the left side slightly smaller so I know that the heart is going to perfectly fit into whatever I'm doing. And look at this. It's actually perfect. Well, not really. See, I'm cutting it a little bit more. So that's how it goes. But of course, you could measure and do all that stuff, but that takes away from crafting fun. So that's it. I've got it all. So I decided to simply, add a little bit more of the vintage hues to it, decided to add a little bit of the diamond dust, and let's put the project together. So I decided to simply fold my hearts in half to make sure that the creases are good, apply a little bit of the hot glue, and try to keep on installing the hearts you've created in an order and a size right into the center. So you do have some room on the top and you do have some room on the left. So you can actually see how the hearts are cascading right into the inside of it. I'm actually loving it the way it looks. I think I am going to be making out of all different kind of napkins right now, because this is kind of a decoration that you can keep on a display year round. But now I'm so curious how all is going to look with that little ruffle that I've created out of the coffee filters. So look at this. How's thinking cool and it's sparkly. Love it. Okay, so let's put it right inside. Of course, the same thing. I'm just going to glue the center because I do want all those flaps to be, movable so you can, do whatever you want to do. And you can see all the napkins that I've created. And then maybe I am going to add a little bow, or maybe I'm going to add some kind of an accent. But you know what? Let's just make the mama bow as she told me, super easy, always comes out perfect out of the little ribbon that I have. And it's actually looks super cool. I think I just need to cut the tails and maybe bring some kind of a little pearl to it. Maybe I should be making it a little bit bigger, but you know what? I'm going to sleep on it. I'm going to just go with whatever I've done here, apply my little pearl bow right to the top of my ribbon, and hot glue it right to the top of my heart. I don't want that bow to be too big to take away from it. I do not know how I feel about the tails, but you know what? I still can change things tomorrow. And removing the hot glue stuff is super easy, just applying the heat. But as of right now, I absolutely love it. So I just need to make a little bit more of a drama to the edges and maybe bring a little bit more of the gold to have that frame nicely outlined. And I think I am actually super pleased with it. I may be missing some bling. I do not know. But let's just look at the pictures for now. So actually it fits perfectly into my little vignette. I love it. I gotta tell you, I love it. I cannot wait to hear what you think about that project. And I so hope I inspired you. Thanks for watching, my friends.